Okay, let's look at the differences between mitosis and cytokinesis in animal cells and in plant cells. So by the picture itself, you can tell that this is plant cell because there is cell wall over here, whereas this one doesn't have cell wall. So let's appreciate the new terms over here. You have cleavage furrow, you have microfilaments, there is also contractile rings of microfilaments, and in the end you get two daughter cells. But in plant cells, you don't see dented region like this. But instead what happens is that there is a cell plate being formed. So it starts with the vesicles forming the cell plate. Okay, so this is the explanation. Plant cells do not contain centrioles. Okay, in plant cells, centrioles is absent. Okay, however, plant cells can still form spindle fibers during mitosis, but spindle fiber is still being formed because the spindle fiber will need to pull or to attract the chromosomes to the opposite pole. Cytokinesis is different between animal cells and plant cells. Different. Okay, so again, what is cytokinesis? Cytoplasm divides. So it happens immediately after the nucleus is being formed, which means at the end of telophase, cytokinesis happens immediately. Okay, follow immediately after telophase. Okay, so in animal cells, it happens in the animal cells when the plasma membrane constricts in the middle of the cell. Constrict. So that's why you see a dented region over here. It constricts in the middle of the cell. Okay, so microfilaments at the point of constriction will contract. So this is the microfilaments. It will contract. Okay, in the middle of the where is it just now? Middle of the cell between the two nuclei is plural, okay, constrict in the middle of the cell. So microfilaments at the constriction will contract. It is going to cause the cell to constrict until it splits, forming two daughter cells. Okay, it will end up splitting the cell. Okay, so there are the differences between cytokinesis and also plant cells. For plant cells, you need to explain that there's formations of vesicles. Okay, there's formation of cell plate. In the end, new cell wall are there, and two daughter cells are being produced. Okay. So maybe we continue to look at the necessity of mitosis or the significant. Significant means why is mitosis needed? Okay, still remember earlier on I said mitosis is like photocopying. Okay, photostat. So from one parent cell, you will end up getting two daughter cells, right? And these daughter cells will have the same number of chromosome as the parent. Okay, not only that, the genetic materials are the same. So that's why we say photocopy bulat-bulat. So by having known this fact, it is important because you will know why do you need to photocopy, right? But you don't use the word photocopy when you're answering in exam questions lah. But it helps you to understand. So first and foremost is because of growth. For embryo to grow, okay, mitosis is needed, rapid, because we are formed from the fusion of the sperm of our father and the ovum of our mother. So forming, we originate from one cell, right? One cell, and then from one cell, mitosis happen, cell division. One cell forming two, two forming four, four forming eight, and so on. Okay, and that is how we grow. So number one, the significance of mitosis, The first point is for organism growth. Okay, number 2. When the body is injured, mitosis will produce new cells to replace cells that are dead or damaged, usually the skin cells. Okay, everyday or skin cells, there are uh, what do you call that, wear and tear, right? So the skin cells need to be replaced, and we want the same cells to replace the old cells. We want exactly the same type of cells. So again, mitosis is needed, right? Photocopy, same number of chromosome, same genetic material. Okay, number 3, through mitosis process, the lizard is able to grow a new tail. Okay, again for growth. But here we emphasize on regeneration. Okay, if the tail breaks. So this is also mitosis. We want the same number of chromosomes and also the same genetic content. Okay, number 4, it eats organisms such as Hydra to produce new individuals, okay, through the formation of new buds. So as the Hydra mature, when it is time for it to reproduce, this is how it happens that these new offspring will bud off from the parent cells. Okay, it's like a so in other words, mitosis is needed for in reproduction of but this is not unicellular. Hydra is multicellular organisms, right? But for paramecium and amoeba, they are unicellular organisms, and it also need mitosis for them to produce new individuals. Okay, next. This is application of mitosis in fields of medicine and agriculture. So having known what is mitosis, so it is being able to be applied into fields like this, like medicine, like stem cell therapy. Okay, using stem cells from bone marrows to treat damaged cartilage. So what is stem cells? It is the cells that are yet to differentiate. So it hasn't become a specific cell yet. So these cells is used to treat damage lah. Okay. Culturing techniques uses stem cells from animals which are then cultured in labs to produce meat. So they are using the stem cell therapy. Okay, in agriculture, the technique of culturing plant tissues, using young plants through culturing parent cells without going through fertilization process. So they bypass this fertilization process. So used to culture the young plants by taking the parent cells. Then by the concept of mitosis, these parent cells is eventually going to produce, after mitosis is going to produce 2 daughter cells. So fertilization is not needed in this case. So these are called biotechnology, where they apply mitosis into fields like this. Okay. Okay, let's stop here.